Welcome to July 21st, 2024's astrological transit forecast. We have 3 big transits all working in unison with you to make this time full of potential. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and I'm excited to share this month's astrological forecast with you. Please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. If you are new here, welcome. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. For those of you that have been following me, thank you for your support and for sharing your journey with me. So on July 21st and the days that are leading up to it, we're going to experience this unique blend of astrological energies of Mercury and Leo that's going to be squaring Uranus and Taurus, bringing about a tension point because squares offer tension in order to push along for growth and change. And we have the Sun in Cancer, trining Neptune in Pisces. So now we have a harmonious aspect, allowing for growth, channeling it into a direction, and Mars in Gemini also trining to Pluto in Aquarius, pushing forth transformative over longer period of time energy. Each aspect on its own is big, but now we bring it together and it brings this combination of this influence, creating this day full of potential and transformation. So let's break this down. Mercury square Uranus. Mercury is in a fire sign of Leo, and it's forming this tense aspect in Taurus. Mercury is thoughts, ideas, communication, travel, networking, and in the fiery sign, it's about taking pride or moving forward with things that make us feel good. It's forming this tense aspect to Uranus and Taurus. Uranus is known as the liberator. It's about chaos. It's about freedom. And Taurus is this grounded sign. So it's unexpected burst of ideas and conversations. Mercury in Leo brings this bold and expressive energy, while Uranus in Taurus really pushes for this radical change. It wants innovation. Now together, this tension point, it creates a tension that challenges your traditional way of thinking. Expect surprises and disruptions in the way that you communicate. But it's also an opportunity for this brilliant breakthroughs, this unique thoughts and ideas in the way that you communicate. You're going to need flexibility and openness in order to see the perspectives to gain the most from this energy. Now, what is supporting this is we have also the Sun forming a harmonious aspect to Neptune that's supporting following your dreams. The Sun is you. It is your identity. And so the Sun is in this comforting sign of Cancer, and it's focused on home and family and things that make you feel good, comfortable, people, places, and things. It's trining Neptune, meaning it's in support of working with Neptune, and it's in a magical sign of Pisces. So together, this is creating this harmonious and dreamy energy of the direction in which I'm supposed to be going. The Sun in Cancer is nurturing your emotional world. It's Neptune bringing this Pisces energy is enhancing your intuition and your creativity. It's tapping into what makes you feel good and how do I move forward with following my heart and not just my wallet. This aspect is really supporting spiritual growth, artistic endeavors, deep emotional connections with people, places, and things. This is really going to be a perfect time for introspection, meditation, a time for engaging in activities that really feed and nurture your soul. This is going to be the perfect time to trust your instincts and to let your imagination guide you moving forward. Now, we also have the planet of action, Mars. Mars is working with the planet of transformation, Pluto, offering strength for the pursuit of what are your desires. Mars is where we move forward with action, with a plan, and Pluto wants transformation. Mars trining Pluto brings this powerful surge of energy and determination. Mars in Gemini is curious, it's versatile, while Pluto in Aquarius brings transformative but forward-thinking ideas and thought processes. This aspect is really empowering you to take this decisive Mars-like action towards your goals with intensity, with focus, with drive, Mars-like. you, the warrior. This aspect is really saying it's time for you to take this for strategic planning in order for you to initiate new levels of projects that you need to move forward with, making these significant changes of what is holding you back, like taking a good look at overall what's going on. Use this energy to really harness your inner strength and to pursue your passions with fire and desire. Mars wants to move ahead and cut away anything that's in its way. So the combination of all of these aspects really offers you this blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, transformative power, all wrapped up into one. And it's building for this day, and it will slowly wane after. So it's not just one day. It is the days leading up to it, and then it will wane for the days that are afterwards. So embrace the surprises. Allow for this experience to really nurture and heal your inner world, to move forward by not being afraid to take these bold steps towards your dreams. This is going to be a time to balance your mind, your heart, with willpower, and to trust in the process of change and growth. So offerings this month. If you're ready to learn, I want you to check out my monthly Transit Talk webinars. These are interactive educational sessions where we cover a different topic each month. To learn more and to sign up, you can visit willowgracemystic.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list for astrological insights and for the upcoming specials. For all Leos, I'm offering a discount of personalized solar return consultations. Use the code LEO10 to receive your discount at the end of checkout. Visit willowgracemystic.com to schedule your appointment today. And additionally, I offer live astrology consultations at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every other Tuesday. To reserve your spot and to get in the queue, use the link below, and I look forward to seeing you there. So let's dive in. So for Aries Sun and Aries Rising, let's break this down by sign and aspect. We're going to start off with Mercury square Uranus. Mercury is in your fifth house of where you want to take risks. It's about children, creativity. It's launching new projects. The fifth house represents where we invest our time into things that bring us joy and pleasure. So this could have something to do with your children, or this could have something to do with a lover, or it could have to do with how you want to express yourself and your artistic pursuits, where you want to have these creative outlets. It's in a square, which is a tension point with Uranus. Uranus is currently in second house, and so Uranus is the great liberator. Your second house represents what do you need in order to feel secure. So it's your cash, your property, your skill set, your money, your resources, your movable property. The second house represents your pleasures and your personal belongings. This tense aspect is bringing attention to where are you spending your time, the resources that you need in order to do this. Are you launching a new project? Do you want to start something? Do you want to make money from it? Is this a side gig? What is going on with these two areas? If it has something to do with one of your children or a child or a lover, it's how do you feel about yourself? The second house bringing in your mental, emotional, spiritual resources, and there's this tension point that's going on between wanting to move forward with combining these two houses, like moving the energy of change and innovation. Mercury in Leo is very bold and expressive. It's you starting something new, wanting to push forth and feeling like you are being held back. Uranus in Taurus in your second house is this push for a radical change or innovation of things that make you feel comfortable, things that make you feel secure. So this could be your money, this could be your skill set, this could have to do something with your home, your possessions. Together, this is creating an opportunity to push outside of the traditional way that you have been thinking about these two areas. So expect surprises, disruptions in the way that you communicate, but look at this as an opportunity to have these brilliant breakthroughs. You need to be flexible, have this new perspective, because the sun, I want to bring that in, the sun is in your fourth house of home. It's forming this harmonious aspect, like you are focused on your foundation, your family, your anybody who's in your home with you, your ancestors, your personal life. You are literally focusing in on creating creature comforts. It's forming this harmonious aspect with Neptune that's in your 12th house. That is, I need to follow my dreams. The 12th house is the hidden house. And so the sun in this comforting sign of Cancer, it's this magical, dreamy energy of nurturing your emotional world, paying attention to your dreams, your intuition. What do your guides say that you should be heading towards? What does your intuition say that this is what I need to release? The 12th house is where we have self-sabotage or doubt, and this is an opportunity for freedom and liberation to move past this. Neptune and Pisces energy really enhances your emotional connections, your intuition, your creativity. So this is going to be supporting your spiritual growth with topics that revolve around your home, your artistic endeavors, having these deep emotional connections with people who either are family or feel like family. This is going to be a perfect time for introspection, to meditate, yoga, anything that will feed your soul to tune into the direction of where you are going. It's going to be a perfect time that you need to trust your instincts. Let your imagination guide you. Now, I want to bring in also Mars. Mars is just now entering into your third house of communication. This is your neighbors, your siblings. This is AI, science, technology, bringing in all topics of travel, communication, and networking. The third house is where we interact with others and that we make friends or we collaborate with others. Mars being the planet of action, and it's in this harmonious aspect with Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet of birth, death, rebirth, and transformation. It's literally the planet that says you have to surrender and let go in order to let grow. And so it's offering strength in the pursuit of your desires. Mars trining Pluto is bringing this powerful surge of energy and determination. Mars is just needing to be pointed into the right direction of the way that you communicate, taking a class, taking a workshop, networking with others. Mars in Gemini is very curious, it's very versatile, while Pluto in Aquarius is very forward thinking. And so this aspect really empowers you to take this decisive action towards your goals with intensity, with focus, with drive. Mars is the warrior that just needs to be pointed in the direction. Pluto is the one who says, this is the direction. This is how you're going to get through this. And so this is really a really great time for you to have this strategic planning, to initiate these new projects, to make these significant changes in your life. Use this energy to harness your inner strength with passion, with purpose, with vigor. This combination of aspects that are leading up to this day and then after this day is really going to offer you this unique blend for intellectual stimulation of what makes you happy, this is creative projects or children or where you're willing to take a risk. Take a leap of faith. This is an emotional depth. This is transformative power. So embrace the surprises that come at you. Allow for these experiences to nurture your inner world, to move forward by taking the bold steps towards your dreams, the part of yourself that you don't share or tell anybody about. This is a time to balance your mind, your heart with willpower and to trust the process of change with growth. So Aries, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising, let's look at the days leading up to it and then the days that are going to be after. So we start off with Mercury. Mercury has you focused on your home, your family, what you are building your life upon. The focus is totally on you and your personal life of your day-to-day, what's going on. And so Mercury is in the sign of Leo, and we know that this is forming this tense aspect to Uranus and Taurus. So we know that this has everything to do with your identity, who you are. The first house, I always say, is like your business card, your website. It's you being seen. It's your desires, your interests. It is all about you. And so this tense aspect is pushing you outside of your comfort zone. The aspect is going to bring this burst of unexpected ideas, these conversations. Mercury in Leo is wanting to take these bold, expressive actions, while Uranus in your first house is pushing for radical changes and innovations, changing and with offering freedom and liberation of who you are, your identity, projects that you are starting, anything that has to do with you, your identity, and what you are bringing to the world. So together, this is creating this tension or this challenge that's saying we need to break out of your traditional way of thinking. Expect surprises, disruptions in the way that you communicate, in the way that people see you. Look at this as an opportunity for brilliant breakthroughs of, aha, I get it. I never thought about it this way. You need to be flexible. You need to be open to these new perspectives and gain the most of this energy, because this is going to create a new you and a new foundation of what you want to build upon for security. The fourth house is your family. It's your genealogy. It's wanting to understand your past. It's your real estate. It's your property. It's traditions. And so we know that there's this tense aspect that's pushing you out of the way that you've traditionally been known or are doing things, and upgrading or evolving or changing. Now, at the same time, leading up to it, we're going to have the sun forming a harmonious aspect to Neptune. So the sun is in your third house of communicating with neighbors and siblings and friends. The third house is where we talk and exchange ideas with other people. It's through email, phone, text, running into someone at the grocery line. So we know that the sun, you, your identity, is focused on, I want this to be pleasing. I want to connect with people and openly talk and exchange ideas. Having a trine to Neptune, Neptune is dreams, it's intuition, and it's in your 11th house of your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. The sun in the comforting sign of Cancer is really saying, I want to work with you, Pisces. I want to create this harmonious, dreamy energy of going after my goals. This is a goal for me. These networks, how I communicate with people. This is an opportunity that says, I need to nurture my emotional world. Neptune in Pisces really is about using your intuition and focusing on creativity. And so be creative with your social network. Be creative with who you spend your time with. And so this aspect is like an opportunity for your spiritual growth, for artistic endeavors, for these deep emotional connections that you are building with other people. It's going to be a perfect time for introspection and to engage in activities that really feed your soul. This could be taking a class or taking a workshop and meeting new people, like networking with different people that feed your soul. It's going to be the perfect time to really trust your instincts for where you're supposed to be flowing. Let your imagination lead you. Now, at the same time, we're also going to have Mars. So Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of desire. And Mars has us really going after things that will bring you security. Mars in your second house brings a light on, I need money, resources, cash, property. I need to build up my security in order to feel comfortable. This revolves around your opinions, your talents, your income, your possessions, your mental, emotional, and spiritual resources. This is you taking inventory of what do you find the most important. So people, places, and things. Mars is in a harmonious aspect with the planet of Pluto. So we know that the topics of authority figures or your career, your job, your reputation are really coming into play here. This harmonious aspect is really pushing for you to say, where do I want to make my mark on society? What do I want to achieve? What is this worth to me? What is this time worth? The second house revolving around your work ethic, self-esteem, your financial condition, trining with Pluto in your career sector or your public life, or like this could be business related. And the square, I want to take you back to the beginning. The square is you with home, and Pluto at the top, trining Mars, is you going after what you desire. Mars has this powerful surge of energy offering determination to see something through. Mars in Gemini is very curious, it's very versatile, while Pluto at the top of your chart in Aquarius is saying, I need to transform the way I'm thinking. I need to transform my money, my resources. I need to be more forward thinking about my what do I need for security? Like looking at the overall aspect of all of the things, like people, places, and things. And so this aspect is really going to empower you to take this decisive action, like use Mars's energy to move towards your goals with intensity, to have this focus, this drive. It's going to be a really great time for you to have strategic planning of anything that has to do with your finances, your like asking for a raise, or your talents, or your skill set, saying, nope, I know what I'm worth. This is what I need to do. This is going to be a really great time for you to say, I want to initiate these projects. I want to move forward. I know that I need to make these significant changes. This is going to do well. So use this energy to harness the inner strength and to pursue your passions. Go after things. Mars is working with Pluto. And so this combination of these aspects that are leading up to this day and then will slowly wane after, it's offering you this unique blend, bringing in these intellectual stimulation. It's being versatile. It's offering you transformation. So embrace the surprises. Allow for the experience to really nurture your inner world, to create a home that reflects who you are. Be more forward thinking. Take these bold steps towards your dreams. This is going to be a time to balance your mind, your heart, your soul with willpower, and to trust the process of change and growth. So Taurus, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Gemini Sun and Gemini Rising, let's take a look at the beginning of where all this energy is like leading you. So we have Mercury in your third house of communication. Mercury here has you talking to neighbors and siblings and cousins. It's the house of where we make friends or we talk or share ideas with other people. This can be in the grocery line. This can be networking where you build relationships, and it could be taking a class, taking a workshop. It's also where we gather information, like through the media or through gossip. And it revolves around topics of the news or ideas that are gathered and shared. So email, phone, and text. Now, Mercury here is in a tense aspect with Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus in Taurus is in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of self-sabotage, of hidden enemies. The 12th house is our subconscious mind. It's where we need to tune in and pay attention to our dreams and our intuition. It's where we go to sit and be alone and gather our thoughts. And so at this time, you are speaking to everybody, collecting everything out there, and having self-doubt. So with the 12th house, it's overcoming limitations. It's you saying, no, I can work past this. I need to trust the process. I need to trust my intuition. Mercury in a fire sign in Leo, forming this tense aspect, is really saying, I have this burst of ideas, and it's about these unexpected conversations that I'm having with people. And so this could be unexpected through dreams, intuition, connecting to spirit or source, or this could be with neighbors or siblings. It's being bold, it's expressive, and it's pushing for radical change and innovation in you moving past personal limitations that either other people have put upon you and you are struggling to get out of, or you have put upon yourself. And so it's like a healing and renewing and releasing of. So together, this transit is creating this tension point that challenges your traditional ways of thinking. And it's you saying, I need to expect the surprises. I need to flow with the disruptions of all types of communication. I need to take this opportunity as a brilliant breakthrough of releasing me from this, clearing out of the karma, being flexible, being open to these new perspectives, new thoughts, new ideas, to gain the most from this energy. At the same time, we're going to have the sun forming a harmonious aspect to Neptune. So the sun in your second house is bringing up topics of the sun being you, and Cancer is nurturing qualities, and the second house is your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. It's bringing in the attention on what do I need, my emotional resources, my spiritual resources. It's my talents, my skill set. With Neptune up at the top of your chart, focusing in on your reputation, authority figures, your life path. Where do you want to make your mark on society? Breaking through limitations. This harmonious trine, I absolutely love this because this is dreamy energy of I need to follow my dreams. The sun in Cancer is creating this emotional, nurturing, harmonious energy to say, I need to heal some self-worth wounds. I need self-care. It's enhancing your intuition. It's enhancing creativity. This aspect is really supporting your spiritual growth, all of your endeavors about what you are willing to work on, like your talents, your skill set, like what you are bringing to the table. This aspect wants you to focus on deep emotional connections that you are making with others. And it's a perfect time for tuning in, so introspection and meditation, and saying, I need to engage in activities that will nurture and feed my soul. I need to trust my instincts and let my imagination guide me for my career, my job, my reputation, my legacy. Where do I want to move forward? Where do I want to step forward? And what am I bringing to the table? Now, at the same time, we're also going to have Mars, the planet of action, in your first house of self. So this is all about you. It's about your identity. Mars here is you taking decisive action to move forward. Thoughts, ideas, communication, using science, using technology, using AI, changing the way that you work. I always say that the first house is like your business card or your website. And so Mars is working with Pluto. Now, Pluto is in your 9th house, and this is offering transformation of taking a class, taking a workshop, publishing. The 9th house is these cross-cultural experiences of I want to travel there, I want to do this, I need to reach and connect to other people far and wide. The 9th house is all types of access to wisdom and learning and ethics and morals. And so they're working together. You are evolving and changing and growing who you are. Pluto is offering you the strength to pursue your desires. Mars trine Pluto gives you this surge of energy, like literally using Mars's energy and determination of being versatile and being forward thinking. This aspect is really empowering you to take decisive action, to go after your goals with intensity, with focus, with drive. It's going to be a really great time to say, I need to be strategic about what am I bringing to the table? What am I publishing? Legal matters. Who do I connect up with? Making significant changes in who I am, and how does this transform who I am and who I am connecting with. This transit is going to be a really beautiful opportunity for you to balance your mind, your heart, your willpower, your drive, and trust in the process of change and growth. So Gemini, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising, Mercury square Uranus. Mercury is in your second house. So we know that this brings up topics of your self-worth, how you value yourself, how other people value you, what you need to build in order to feel safe and secure. And so this is your money, your resources, you taking a good hard look at your skill set, you taking a look at your movable property, your how do you support yourself, your value system, things that belong to you. The second house revolves around topics of mental, emotional, spiritual resources. So you looking at who do I value, who supports me, what do I value, what do I keep with me. Mercury here is thoughts and ideas and the way that you're going to communicate it. Uranus is in the sign of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, and who you are networking with in order to attain these. And so there's this tense aspect that says, I need freedom and liberation. Something here is not working together. And so there's this burst of unexpected ideas, of conversations with people that you are working with in groups. The 11th house revolves around organizations that you're part of. And so this can be group affiliations, work affiliations, or affiliations that you, like your star family or your social network where you volunteer. And so you are pushing for radical change and innovation for your personal resources, for your opinions. Now together, this is creating this tension and challenging the traditional ways of thinking, and a freedom and a liberation and a breaking free from like the broken record of your thoughts and your ideas of your money, your resources, and having to have this brilliant breakthrough, needing to be flexible, needing to be open to new perspectives that people can share with you, gaining ideas and thoughts from the way that you are networking and who you're networking with. To support this, we have the sun also forming a harmonious aspect, so we know that this is about you and your identity. Your first house is about your appearance, it's your business card, it's your website, it's your projects, it's what you launch, it is what represents you. And so the sun here is really working with Neptune. Neptune is in your 9th house of I want to have these experiences, these cross-cultural experiences of sharing, of trying new food, of traveling somewhere, of publishing things, taking a class, taking a workshop, legal matters. This harmonious aspect is I need to follow my dreams. The sun is you in your first house, and it's your identity. You need to be going after, what do you want to do? Do you want to teach that class? Do you want to take that class? Do you want to have something published? Do you want to explore different religions and spirituality? This energy is creating a harmonious aspect that can nurture your emotional world. Neptune in Pisces is following your intuition, your creativity. This aspect is saying, You need to support your spiritual growth, your artistic endeavors, your skill set, in order to have these deep emotional connections with your tribe. And it doesn't have to be family tribe. It is who you are vibrationally connected to. This is going to be the perfect time to really trust your instincts and let your imagination guide you with where you're supposed to be going, being in the right place at the right time. Now we also have Mars. Mars is in your 12th house. Mars is the planet of action and desire. The 12th house is the hidden house. It's self-sabotage, it's hidden enemies, it's hospitalizations and institutions, but it's also spiritual retreats. It's also my dreams. It's connection to the spiritual realm. This is a harmonious aspect to rid yourself of karmic debt, to liberate and heal and renew yourself. Mars here is saying, I need to go after and I need to transform, thanks to Pluto. Pluto is in your 8th house, of the house of deep psychological birth, death, and rebirth, like transformative connections or bonds that you have with other people that can be marital bonds, business bonds, exes, and this can also be familial. The 8th house is where secrets have been kept, and so this can be liberation or freedom from taboo topics. The 8th house brings about, let's go on the negative side about what we want to liberate from. Topics that have to do with savings, bankruptcy, personal sacrifice. How do I heal after loss? The 8th house is like the house of death. And so it's not always a death of a person, but it can be the death of a relationship, the death of something. And Pluto's bringing about this ending of sorts, and Mars has you going deep to say, what does this mean and how do I transform? How can I grow from this experience? And so this could be looking at your past, keeping the secrets of other people. The 8th house is the house of deep bonding and where we desire to have these deep connections, but it's also taboo topics that we don't share with other people. And this could be about other people's money or values or debts. And so pulling this together in a harmonious aspect, Mars in Gemini is saying, I need to be versatile. I need to dive into this. I need to see, where did this really start? Did it start with me? Did it start with others? I need to end this cycle. Pluto in Aquarius has this forward-thinking, transformative ability. This aspect is really empowering you to take the decisive action towards healing karmic debts, to healing your mental, physical, spiritual, that nobody sees that's going on within you, with focus, with drive, going after it. This is a really great aspect that's offering you to take the decisive action, whether it be through a counselor or a shamanic practitioner or self-study, paying attention to dreams, wanting to understand things through the Akashic records. This will be something that you will do within. It's going to be a perfect time to have the strategic planning of, how do I move forward? How do I initiate these projects? How do I make these significant changes? How do I harness this energy using my inner strength to pursue my passions? And so Cancer, this combination is offering this blend of intellectual stimulation. It is emotional depth and transformative power for you for everything that's been building. Embrace the surprises. Allow for the experience to nurture your inner world, because people are just not going to see it. You are going to be working from within, and it'll take a while. It'll take a while for you to process it. It's embracing this by taking these bold steps towards your healing, your dreams. This time is a time. This is a time for you to balance your mind, your heart, and trust the process of change and growth. So Cancer, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, this is all about you and your identity. You have Mercury in your first house, and so the first house represents what you start, what you present, your business card, your website, projects, how you look, how people see you, you being seen, your self-interest. Mercury is in a tense aspect with Uranus. There is something that is in conflict with your job, your career, your reputation, authority figures, the legacy that you want to leave behind. The 10th house represents your success, your achievement, and your responsibilities. And so this tense aspect, Leo is this fire sign, and it's these unexpected ideas and these unexpected conversations that can like burst out like flames. Mercury in Leo is bold, it's expressive, and Uranus in Taurus is really pushing for radical change and innovation with something that has to do with your job, your reputation, you being seen as an authority figure. Together, this is creating a challenging aspect that says, I need to change the way that I'm thinking. I need to change the way that I'm moving forward with my career, the way that I'm presenting myself. There can be these unexpected disruptions in the way that you are email, phone, text, science, technology, like AI, email, any way that you are communicating or that you are traveling, or like think about your computer, think about your phone. It's all forms of communication, and it has to do with what you are sharing with the world. The 10th house is the top of your chart, your job. It's how people are seeing you, and the first house is your identity. And there's some kind of a conflict here that's causing a disruption, and that's saying, I need to break through. And Uranus is the great awakener. And so this is a brilliant breakthrough, needing flexibility, being open to having these new perspectives, and learning to move forward with change. Now, what's going to support you with this is you have the sun in a harmonious aspect. So the sun is in your 12th house. The sun in the 12th house represents topics that have to do with your dreams that you don't share with other people. It's your intuition. It's also self-sabotage, and it's hidden enemies. And so this is being a harmonious aspect. This is clearing the way for you to move forward. It is in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. Neptune in Pisces in your 8th house is the house of where we have these deep bonding experiences, but it's also the house of transformation. It's where we are connected with our business partner, our significant other, exes, or family. It's like sharing these shared experiences, and we've kept these secrets, or that we've hidden these topics. The 8th house represents the topics that we don't discuss with other people, that they're like taboo. And so it's like insurance and money and lies and secrets. And so this harmonious aspect is dreamy energy of release and heal and renew. It's nurturing your emotional, your spiritual growth, your artistic endeavors, wanting to have these deep emotional connections with others in order to feel safe and secure. This aspect is perfect for introspection, taking time to meditate and tap into source or what you believe in, your higher power, and say, where do I need to move towards? I need to feed my heart, my mind, my soul. This is a perfect time to truly trust your instincts. Pay attention to synchronicity. Trust your guides. Let your imagination guide you with moving through this square, this tense aspect. It's the days that are leading up to it, and then it'll be the few days that come after it. And so along with this, we also have Mars. Mars is the planet of action. So Mars is in your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and who are you connecting and aligning with. Mars is saying, I want to connect and I want to move forward, and I'm willing to take action to make these things happen in my life. Mars is in a harmonious aspect with Pluto. Pluto is in your 7th house of +1. Business partners, people that you signed contracts with, marital partners. The seventh house is best friends, significant others, it's clients. I'm going to bring in all of those topics because it has to do with your job and your career. Remember, we're starting with the square and how we're pushing past this tense energy in order to grow. And so the Mars being the planet of transformation says something has to grow, something has to change. We have to evolve the way that we're doing things here. This could be a friendship. This could be a partnership. And it's looking at this and saying, how are we working together and how do we move forward? Let's transform our contracts, our negotiations. Like let's look at our goals. Are we still in alignment here? Mars in Gemini is curious, it's versatile, it has you connecting with the right people to move forward with what you want to do. Pluto in Aquarius is very forward thinking and having alternative, out of the box partnerships or relationships or clients. And so this aspect really empowers you to take this decisive action towards your goals with desire, with intensity, with focus, with drive. It's really going to be a great time for strategic planning of moving, like what do I want to make happen to initiate these new projects, to make these significant changes. Use this energy to really harness using your inner strength and to pursue your passions, your goals with partnership or clients or love. Remember, the seventh house is all types of love, conflict, and legal matters and working through these things. This combination of these aspects really offers a unique blend of intellectual stimulation between you and your job and how people see you and know you, or your identity. And it's offering emotional depth and transformation. So embrace the surprises as they come. Allow for this experience to nurture your inner world, to move forward by taking these bold steps, working not from a space of fear, but from a space of excitement, and step into your dreams. This is a time to balance your mind, your heart, using willpower, and to trust the process of change with the growth that can come from it. So Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, let's talk about your 12th house. Mercury here really has you focused on self-sabotage, like the broken record that you hear in your head, or the expectations that other people have put upon you. The 12th house is our personal unconscious, and it's our shadow self, and it will be you tuning in to release yourself to bring freedom and liberation from karmic debts or from fear. The 12th house is our mystical experiences. It's the house of self-undoing and having to take a look at things and say, where am I responsible for this? And how can I move forward and push past these challenges to grow, to change and evolve? Because Mercury is in a square with Uranus. And Uranus in your 9th house is teaching, it's publishing, it's taking classes and workshops, it's you connecting with people from other walks of life, it's trying new food, it's wanting to go places and do things. The 9th house is it's study of higher learning, and it's morals and ethics. And so there's this square that's saying, I need to take bold action. Leo is taking the bold action, and it's expressive. And Uranus is pushing for radical change and innovation in the way that you are sharing your wisdom and your knowledge with other people. Is this through publishing? Is this through journaling? Is this taking other classes? Is this through your experiences of, I need to go there, I need to see it, feel it, do it. I need this experience. This is radical. Uranus is about innovation. Together, this is creating this tension point, challenging you of the traditional way that you've always been thinking. Like the imposter syndrome. I'm not worthy, I can't do this. Mercury in Leo here has you saying that no, I need to heal and renew. I need to create the new record in order to move forward. I know my self-worth. The 12th house is healing of mind, body, and spirit, and tapping in. This could be looking back at past lives or looking at paying attention to your dreams, your intuition, your ancestors, and saying, I need to break free and liberate myself from that. I've lived it, I've learned it, and now how do I move forward? How do I grow, change, and evolve from it? This is a beautiful opportunity for major breakthroughs in emotional or spiritual healing and growth. Being flexible, being open to these new perspectives in order to gain the most of this energy. Now, what's going to support you is the sun forming this beautiful harmonious aspect in your 11th house. The sun in your 11th house represents you, your identity, with who you network with, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. These are your goals, you aligning yourself with your tribe. The sun in Cancer represents home and family and nurturing, but sometimes those are not the people that support us. And so this is you finding people that are vibrating at the same level or that are connected with you with where you want to be in life. And so the sun is in this harmonious aspect with Neptune in your 7th house of partnership. The 7th house I always call is the +1 house. Business partners, significant others, clients, one-on-one relationships. It's where we find love. It's where we negotiate, compromise. It's all types of relationships and the way that we communicate them. Neptune is very dreamy. It is harmonious energy between these two planets saying, let us support you. Support your inner growth. The sun in Cancer is nurturing your emotional world. And Neptune in Pisces is saying, follow your intuition. Be creative about your exploration with who you connect with. This aspect is going to support your spiritual growth, your endeavors, your deep emotional connections that you either have with clients or partners, or this could even be with exes. This can be with business partners or marital partners. Best friends. This aspect is really pushing for you to look inward and to engage in activities that will feed your soul, to heal from within. This is a perfect time to trust your instincts and go after what are you desiring. Trust yourself. You are healing your mind, your body, your spirit. Now, we also have Mars saying, I want to support you. Mars is at the top of your chart. Mars is initiating activities that have to do with your job, your career, your reputation, you being seen as an authority figure seeing you. The 10th house is related to your success, your achievement, your responsibilities, your personal ambition, like breaking that, the karma of I can't do this, or this doesn't make sense for me, or I always, no, leave that behind. Virgo, this is your time to go after things for your career, your reputation. Mars is in this harmonious aspect with Pluto in your daily habit sector of your life, of what do you need to do in order to have this success. Mars trining Pluto is bringing this surge of energy. Mars wants to go after, and it wants to work with Pluto. Pluto is the balance between your home and your work. It's in your daily sector of your physical, mental, spiritual health and well-being, finding a guide, finding a mentor. And it's about being curious, being versatile, and being very transformative and forward-thinking. This aspect is really going to empower you to take this decisive action, to go after new projects, to initiate them with intensity, with focus, with drive, to have the strategic planning and saying, I see the picture and this is what I have to do, to use this inner strength and pursue your passions, your desires. The combination of all of these aspects for you is offering you this unique blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, transformative power. So I'm encouraging you to embrace the surprises, allow for this experience to heal, to nurture your inner world, for you to take that deep dive into your 12th house, to transcend, to clear everything out, to pay attention to what you need to overcome so you can overcome these limitations, either put on you by others or like the broken record, your fears. And take this time to balance your mind, your heart with strength and willpower, to trust the process of growth and change and to evolve. So Virgo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Libra, Sun and Libra rising, I want to start off with Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, travel, networking, and it's in your 11th house. So you aligning with other people that are on the same path as you or wanting to align with these people. This can be through work. This can be through pleasure, like a book club or a group affiliation. The 11th house also represents where you want to network, like your social circle or peers or kindred spirits. It's your humanitarian efforts, like where I want to volunteer. The 11th house is collective activities. So you networking in order to expand those areas of your life. Now, Mercury is in a square with Uranus. Uranus is in your 8th house. Squares are tension points. Uranus wants to give freedom and liberation from taboo topics, from business partners. This could be from partners. This could be from exes. The 8th house represents all topics that we don't want to openly discuss. It's where you share resources or your values or your opinions with other people. So it's shared debt, it's wills, it's alimony, it's child support, it's all topics that have to do with retirement. It's the house of deep psychological healing and renewal. The 8th house is where we look at when we want to heal after some type of a loss. And so the loss doesn't have to be a physical loss. It can be an emotional loss or a spiritual loss. And so you know that you are trying to square off these two areas of your life. This aspect is going to bring like these unexpected ideas and conversations that are taboo, that normally people don't bring up. It's like we need to bring this to the surface. We need to clear the air on these things. Mercury in Leo is bold and expressive, and Uranus in Taurus is ready for radical change, ready for innovation. Like, let's just clear the air on this. Together, this is creating this tension or this challenge of the traditional ways, and you saying, no, we need to have a new way of thinking about this, a new way of communicating this. We're not going to be doing this the same way, and we're not getting anywhere with this. We need to bring it to the surface. Like, let's heal from this. So expect these surprises, these disruptions in communication, and look at this as an opportunity for brilliant breakthroughs. You need to be flexible. You need to be open to these new perspectives, and you want to gain the most out of this energy by saying, I cannot do these things and have these relationships the way that they've always been. I'm at a stopping point. We have to transform these relationships, again, with family or with business partners, significant others, or it can be with anybody that you share resources with, like with clients or with somebody that you have your money invested into or resources invested into. Now, what's going to support this is you're going to have the Sun trine with Neptune. The Sun in your 10th house has the Sun, you, focused on career, your reputation, your responsibilities, you feeling like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. But Neptune is saying, I'm going to offer you this opportunity to work with this energy. Like what you are going through, Sun in Cancer brings the topics of, I want this to be harmonious. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I want to nurture my emotional world. I don't want to have to be the person who's always like doing the punishing. The 10th house is your public life, you being seen as an authority. It's your reputation, it's your personal ambition. And the sun in Cancer here doesn't want fighting, it doesn't want arguing, it wants harmonious energy to be exchanged. And so with Neptune in your 6th house, it's bringing about, this is your daily habits with enhancing creativity, your intuition. What do I need to do on a daily basis to nurture my soul? The reason I'm pushing forth with this is I need spiritual growth. I need these deep emotional connections, and I don't feel this. And so I need to go within, I need to meditate, and I need to engage in activities for my job, my career, the people that I network with that feed my soul on a day-to-day basis. Neptune in your 6th house is I need my mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being to be at the top of my focus right now. And so this is a perfect time for you to really trust your instincts, to let your imagination guide you with these hard conversations that are going to bring bringing about healing for you. Now, we also have the planet of Mars. Mars is moving into your 9th house. Mars is the planet of action, and the 9th house has to do with these cross-cultural experiences, like foreign people, places, and things. It's like diving into religion, diving into spirituality. It's gathering information about your beliefs, your morals. It's a search for the meaning. And so Mars here has you expanding your mind and saying, I need to understand. I want to look at more. I'm ready to educate myself. I'm ready to expand with other ideas from other people. Now, Mars is in a harmonious aspect with Pluto. Pluto is in your 5th house of lovers and children and where we're willing to take a risk. It's the house of creativity. It's moving forward with creative outlets or self-expression of this makes me feel good. I need to be able to do this. I need to be able to take that leap of faith. Mars with Pluto is pushing forth transformative, forward-thinking with religion, philosophy, other people's ideas, opinions, and it's offering you this creative outlet of exploring other avenues for yourself. And it's offering you to be able to take, like Mars wants decisive action. And Pluto says, let me show you where to go. And so it's moving towards your goals with intensity, with focus, with drive. And it's coming up with a strategic plan and harnessing the inner strength and pursuing your passions, your drives. And so this combination of aspects is offering you a unique blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth. Remember, it's the days that are leading up to it, and it's a few days that are going to be after that's offering transformative power by uncovering some secrets about moving forward with your tribe, like your spiritual tribe, and embracing the surprises, allowing for the experience to really nurture your inner world and to heal you, to move forward by taking the bold steps, by broaching those topics, the taboo, the hidden, that everybody's afraid to discuss, to follow your personal dreams, to balance your mind, your heart, your soul with willpower, and to trust in the process of change and growth for you, because this is all moving you forward with healing and renewing things that your ideals, your beliefs, the hidden part that people just are not seeing within you, and that the growth will come from within. And so Libra, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising, let's talk about your career, your job, your reputation. This square has everything to do with your thoughts, your ideas, authority figures. The 10th house represents your life path. It's promotions and success and achievement. And this square is going to be this tension point of what are you doing to push past this? How are you transforming yourself through words and exchanging of ideas? So Mercury is squaring with Uranus. Uranus is in your partnership sector. This means with you, with a business partner, best friend, significant other, clients, one-on-one relationships. I'm going to bring in open enemies and exes, and I'm going to bring in conflict and legal matters because this is a tense aspect. This is you saying, this is how I want to be known, or this is what I'm doing, this is my job, this is my reputation, and it's in a tense aspect with something that has to do with partnership. Now, this is unexpected ideas. It brings about these conversations. Mercury in Leo is bold in our words, and it's expressive, while Uranus in Taurus is pushing for a change, a radical change, innovative change, either in partnership or in contracts or in best friends. Like, are we friends? Are we business partners? What does this look like between us? And so together, this is creating this tension point that's challenging tradition. And so this is thinking about things outside the box. Can we have these two aspects of ourselves? Can you be friends with a boss? Can your friends support with what you are doing? Clients, what does it look like with who you are working with? Remember that the seventh house is negotiation, cooperation, trust, and connection to others. And so this is an opportunity for you to say, I need to work through the traditional way that I've always done things. Think outside the box. Expect these surprises, expect these disruptions in the way that I'm communicating and the way that other people are communicating with me, and embrace this as an opportunity for a brilliant breakthrough, a new friendship, or a friendship that evolves, or something with your job that evolves and grows from this. This is how you are presenting your words or what you are sharing with others. You needing to be flexible and open and looking at these opportunities as an openness to new perspective to get the most out of this energy. Now, what is supporting you is we have the sun. The sun is in your 9th house and having you connected with other people through classes or workshops or networks that are like cross-cultural experiences. The 9th house is the house of belief or higher learning or philosophy and ethics and morals. It's publishing and it's journaling and it's legal matters. Now, the sun, which is you, working on those topics, is in a harmonious aspect with Neptune in your 5th house of your children, of childlike activities, of creativity, of joy, of pleasure. This harmonious aspect is really creating a dreamy energy of, this is the reason why I need to do this. I need to nurture my emotional world. I need to follow my intuition. I need to see where it's going and guiding me. I need to embrace creativity. I need to have more time with my children. This aspect is going to support your spiritual growth, artistic endeavors, definitely, because the 5th house is art, music, joy, pleasure, where I'm willing to take a risk. And so it's, no, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go out on a limb, and this, I want to have this deep emotional connection, and this brings me joy and pleasure. There's going to be a beautiful time for introspection, for spiritual growth, for you to engage in activities that will really feed your soul, heal your inner child, bring you back to a connection with your soul tribe. This is going to be a time for you to trust your instincts and let your imagination guide you to move forward with an opportunity to integrate that tense point. Remember, we're working through the Mercury square Uranus. Now you also have Mars. Mars is the planet of action, passion, drive, and it's in your 8th house of deep psychological healing and renewing after we've addressed what the trauma is. The 8th house brings in you in connection to others. And so if you look at the 8th house as healing after death or loss, my connection to other people, so it's your connection with business partners, marital partners, family, especially if there's like trauma involved. This could be paying off debt. This could be paying off these obligations that you are linked up with other people, your taxes. This could be wills and inheritances. Because this is in a trine with Pluto. Pluto is at the bottom of your chart. It's totally transforming your home, your foundation, and you looking at your family members and the ancestors that were before them and saying, I need to look at this and I need to be able to transform. There's a lot that's been going on, Scorpio, a lot. And so the 8th house you're very familiar with, but this is saying, I'm ready for healing. I'm ready for renewal. I want to build a foundation for myself and my family for it to be stable. I want to grow from this. Pluto in Aquarius at the bottom of your chart is very transformative and forward thinking. So what does your foundation to you look like? It's going to be unique. It's not going to be like everybody else's. It's going to be non-traditional. This aspect is really going to empower you to take these decisive actions with your resources that you're sharing with somebody else. And it's moving towards your goals with intensity, with focus, with drive. This is going to give you this opportunity to say, I need to have strategic planning and I need to initiate these projects of where I'm combining my resources with you and we're going to build this home together, or how can this support our home? I need to be able to pursue my passions. I need to find this inner strength. I need to harness this energy. This combination of all of these aspects is offering you this unique blend of this intellectual stimulation, your emotional depth, and transformative power with your job, your career, your reputation, the way that you communicate, who you are gaining information from, how you are sharing this, embracing the surprises that are going to come with it. And I know that you don't like them, but this is allowing for the experience. It's allowing for it to nurture your inner world, to flow with it, because when you release, it's growth. It's about moving forward and taking those actionable, bold steps to follow your dreams and leaving the fear behind you, to balance your mind, your heart, and your soul, and to trust the process of change and growth. And so this is going to push you past a point of leaving it behind and healing and renewal that comes from it. I absolutely love this aspect because it's going to be building up and then it's a release of afterwards. So Scorpio, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising, you have Mercury in your 9th house. Now this is the house of publishing. It's the house of cross-cultural experiences, like diving into religion, diving into spirituality, wanting to go there, see something, do something. It's the house of expansion of your mind and your thoughts and your ideas. And so it's higher learning with your ideals, and it's about prophetic dreams and visions and philosophies. And so it's ethics, it's morals. The square comes in with Uranus. Uranus is in your 6th house of your daily habits. You making a daily habit out of taking care of yourself, nurturing and healing yourself before you are of service to other people. Uranus wants you to think outside the box. And so this aspect can really push you to bring about these unexpected ideas or conversations that are about your daily habits of, I need to try yoga. I need to try meditation. This is you searching out other healing modalities that are non-traditional. Leo is bold. And so Mercury in Leo is your ideas, your thoughts, your communication. It's expressive, while Uranus in Taurus is saying, I need a radical innovation of who I am, my mind, my body, my spirit, my mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. Together, this is creating this tension, challenging the way that you've always done things, your day-to-day habits, and how are you thinking outside the box and saying, I need to expect surprises, embrace the disruptions, and I need to look at this as an opportunity for a brilliant breakthrough. And I need to have flexibility. I need to be open to these new perspectives of things that other people are saying, things that I'm learning, things that I'm studying. I need to gain the most from this energy. And this could be going somewhere. This could be connecting with people through classes or workshops. And it doesn't have to be like actually going there. It can be through the internet, reading some work that's published, or diving into anything that has to do with higher wisdom and learning. So knowing that there's this tense aspect, we now have the sun offering you the benefit that will support you to move forward with it. Now the sun represents you, and it's in the sign of Cancer. And so it's comforting, it's nurturing, it's about thinking like home and family in the 8th house. And so this is you thinking about your partner's resources or your resources that are connected to other people. The 8th house is taboo topics, and we need to address these topics of why are things the way that they are? Where is your money invested? Paying off the debts. The 8th house is all topics that have to do with taxes, inheritances, wills, alimony, child support, sexuality. The 8th house is how do we heal after a loss? And so because this is a harmonious aspect, it's in a trine to Neptune. Neptune has the focus on your home, your family, your roots, your foundation. So we know that what you are working on is, I want to build something that's sustainable for a longer period of time. And what does that look like? The sun in Cancer is nurturing your emotional world, that you are also linked with partnership. And so is this family in partnership or you in partnership? And this is wanting to create a stable, secure environment where your resources are tied up. And so the Neptune with your home is your emotional world. It is enhancing your intuition, your creativity, like being spot on with what needs to happen. This aspect is supporting spiritual growth, your artistic endeavors, deep emotional connection to family. Like once these topics are brought out into the open, it's a relief and saying, I'm so glad that I brought this up. Let's move forward with this. Let's heal from this. Let's grow from this, because the 8th house is the house of secrets and uncovering those secrets, because they're taboo topics. Like secrets are no fun unless they're shared with everyone. Like let's get it out into the open here. And so it's going to be a perfect time to trust your instincts about the pursuit of what do you want to do, and following your intuition and your imagination. Now, Mars is also supporting you. Mars is in your 7th house of partnership. So we know that this has to do with a business partner, a significant other, a best friend, a client. The 7th house is your +1 house. It has to do with love and contractual relationships. It's also how you handle conflict and legal matters. It brings in all social contracts and promises, whether they're written or nonverbal. And so it's where you make a promise to somebody in the world. And so it's in a harmonious aspect with Pluto in your 3rd house. Pluto is the planet of transformation. The 3rd house is the way you communicate with neighbors, siblings, cousins. And so we're bringing in friends, and we're bringing in how you openly talk and exchange ideas. And it's the way that you share media, language, news, gossip, email. It's gaining new skills, and it's how do I How do I take in the information, process it, and send it back out? And so what comes from this is Mars is in Gemini in your partnership sector. And it's you being very curious, you being connected to several different people, multiple people, and like exchanging thoughts and ideas like a think tank. And so Pluto in Aquarius is it's time to transform the way that I'm doing these things, being very forward thinking. And is this gaining information while I'm at a dog park? Is this like in the grocery line? It's talking and exchanging ideas. And it's also technology. It's how you are sharing it and where you're getting your information from. And so this aspect really empowers you to take this decisive action and this moving towards your goals with intensity and focus and drive. That is what Mars wants to do. And Pluto is saying we have to be strategic in our planning. We have to initiate these new projects and we have to make the significant changes, and it has to be decisive. So use this energy to really like harness your strength and your pursuit of what you are passionate about with information, knowledge, and sharing it with others. And so this can be truly like books or Reddit or Google or YouTube or talking to people, exchanging ideas. The combination of these aspects that lead up to this date and then the several days after, it offers you this unique blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, and the transformative power to push past uncomfortable time of the way that you are using technology, the way that you are using science, the way that you are connecting to others, embracing the surprises, allowing for the experience to nurture your inner world and move forward with these bold steps towards your dreams. Like what are your goals? What are your dreams? To balance and nurture your inner world by taking these bold steps towards them. It's taking actionable steps to get to where you want to be, balancing your mind, your heart, your spirit with strength and willpower, and trusting the process of change and growth. So Sagittarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, I want to draw your attention to Mercury. Mercury is in your 8th house of your resources that are connected or tied up to other people. So this could be with alimony, debt. It could be with your investments. The 8th house represents where you are connected to other people through, like, let's say it was a business partner or an ex with alimony and child support, a marital partner. It's what resources do I have linked with other people? It's the house of deep bonding. So it's taxes, inheritances, wills. It's also the house of where we heal after loss. And it doesn't have to be like the death of somebody, but it can be the ending of something. And so the ending of a partnership or the ending of something that was pretty big in your life. And the 8th house brings about topics of where I need to be able to bring up the topics that I feel uncomfortable sharing with other people. It's taboo topics like sex or taxes or money and resources. Now, Mercury here has you focused on how do I communicate this? Now, it's in a square with Uranus. Uranus is in your 5th house of children. So it's also like this is also a lover. This could be the creative projects. And so I'm going to talk about all of the topics because this square is creating this tension point between what is mine, what is ours. The 5th house represents love affairs, children, my investments. The 5th house represents gambling or where I take a risk. It is my creative self-expression with projects that I enjoy, like art or music, or going to listen to music, or going to an amusement park. It's leisure activities, and it's you doing things that like heal your inner child. It's things that you want to do on the weekend. And so there's this tension point between your shared resources and what you want to do with these things. And it could also be a tension point between you and a lover or you and a child. So along with this aspect brings this burst of ideas and conversations. It's like, let's talk about these taboo topics. Let me explain some things, or I need to understand this. Mercury in Leo is very bold, it's very expressive, while Uranus in Taurus pushes for radical change and innovative ideas. And so together, it's creating a tension between and challenging you, saying, we cannot go on the way that we are. We need to change tradition. We need to think outside the box. So expect surprises, expect disruptions in the way that you communicate. Look at this as an opportunity for these brilliant breakthroughs, that you need flexibility and openness to these new perspectives in order to gain the most from this energy. Now, what is supporting you with this is you have the sun in your partnership sector. I call the 7th house the 1+1 house. This is a business partner, significant other, a best friend, clients. This is in the sign of Cancer, which is nurturing and caring and wanting to feel secure. And so with this, it's in a harmonious aspect with Neptune. Neptune is dreamy thoughts, ideas, belief in the way that you are communicating. Having the sun form this harmonious aspect with Neptune in the way that you communicate with neighbors, siblings, cousins, sharing ideas on a day-to-day basis. The 3rd house is how you make friends, or who you share ideas with, or classes or workshops. It's you connecting with others, like in the grocery line or at the dog park. And so the sun trining creates this harmonious, dreamy energy that wants you to nurture your emotional world. Neptune in Pisces is about following your intuition and being creative with the way that you are communicating things. This aspect is really going to support your spiritual growth, your artistic endeavors, your deep emotional connections. It's going to be a perfect time for introspection and say, I need to meditate on this. I need to see like where I am with these, with my connections with other people. Like, are we on the same page? It's going to be a perfect time for you to find activities that truly feed your soul, doing things that you want to do, not just following along with what everybody else wants you to do. It's a perfect time to trust your instincts and to let your imagination truly guide you moving forward. Now, we also have the planet of Mars in a harmonious aspect. Mars is in your daily habits, in taking care of my mind, my body, my spirit, in your 6th house. Mars going through the 6th house is about routine and creating routine and going after what best serves you or what best suits you. And so Mars is the planet of action, and it's in a harmonious aspect with Pluto, the planet of transformation. Your 2nd house is your self-worth, your cash, your property, your resources. It's your the house of your mental, emotional, and spiritual resources. It is your skill set. It's your talent. And so Mars is working together to say, whatever this tense point in your life is, and remember, this is leading up to this day. You'll feel it the many days before, and then it'll be on this day, and then it'll start to slowly wane. And so Mars being here is this powerful surge of energy and determination of, I need to make fun, joy, and pleasure a daily habit. I have to nurture and care for my mind, my body, my spirit. This is what will make me feel good, my self-worth. I have to take stock of building up my security. And what does that look like? Pluto in Aquarius is about being transformative and forward-thinking with your resources that you're sharing with other people. Remember, the Mercury is in your shared resources sector. And so this is an opportunity to say, where are my investments? Who am I investing in? What am I investing in? And I need to take the decisive action towards my goals with intensity. And whatever those goals can be with people or personal resources, it's what makes you feel secure. I need to have focus. I need to have drive. I need to have a strategic plan. I need to initiate these projects. I need to make it a daily habit. I need to pursue my passions with desire. The combination of these aspects is offering this beautiful blend of energy that's merging your intellectual stimulation with emotional depth, offering the transformative power of the square and Pluto. I need to move forward by taking these bold actions that the universe is providing for me to follow my dreams. I need to balance my mind, my heart, my soul. I need to trust in the process of change and growth. So Capricorn, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Rising, I want to take a look at Mercury in your partnership sector. The 7th house is you plus other people. It's business partners, significant other, clients. It's the house of open enemies and exes. It's where we find love, we negotiate contracts, legal matters, social contracts, promises. It's unwritten and it's written. So all of those topics are brought into a square with Uranus. Uranus has to do with topics of surprise, shock, awe, with your 4th house of home, family, traditions, roots. The 4th house is of genealogy. It's the house of your foundation. It could be real estate or property or traditions. And so there's this tense aspect going on between partnership, and this could be business or marital or friends. I'm going to also bring in open enemies and exes because that's a 7th house topic, and home. And so this aspect brings this burst of unexpected Uranus ideas and these conversations. Mercury in Leo is very bold. It's very expressive. So it's like you saying no and like speaking directly about your thoughts and ideas. And Uranus in Taurus is really pushing for radical change and innovation with traditions or home or your personal resources. And so together, this is creating this tension that's challenging your traditional way of thinking and acting, either within contracts or within negotiations or with partners, with friends. And so, or open enemies and exes. Like this is like, we need to have open communication here. So expect surprises and these disruptions in the way that you're communicating and that the way that they're communicating with you. But look at this as an opportunity to clear the air, to see something as a breakthrough. You need flexibility or openness to think outside the box, to look at something from a different point of view or a different perspective in order to gain the most from this energy. What's supporting you is you now have the sun forming a harmonious aspect, and the sun is in the sign of Cancer in your daily habits. So the sun is you, your identity, in the sign of Cancer, focusing on home and family and wanting to nurture and care. In my 6th house of my daily habits, I have to nurture and care for my mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological health and well-being before I can care for anybody else. And does that mean seeking out a mentor, a guide? Now, the sun is in a harmonious aspect with Neptune, your 2nd house of your self-worth. The 2nd house is your money, your resources, your finances, your work ethic, your self-esteem. So we know that this has to do with healing, like your inner self. The sun in Cancer is nurturing your emotional world through your daily habits. And then Neptune in Pisces is saying, I need to follow my intuition when it comes to my skill set, my money, my resources, my cash, my income, my possessions, my mental, emotional, spiritual resources. Like, who do I value? What do I value? How do I support myself? What do I look at for security? And so there's this harmonious aspect saying this tension point between partnership and home needs to be nurtured through intuition and creativity. It's offering spiritual growth, artistic endeavors. It's allowing you to have these deep emotional connections through conversation. It's going to be a perfect time for introspection and to meditate on what is your role and to engage in activities that truly feed and heal your soul. This is a perfect time to trust your instincts, to let your imagination guide you. Now, we also have Mars. Mars is in your 5th house of either children, lovers, childlike activities, art, music, where I'm willing to take a risk. The 5th house has topics of how you express yourself, your artistic pursuits, and it's leisure activities, and it's love that is given away, and what brings you joy and pleasure. Now, Mars is in a harmonious aspect to Pluto, and Pluto is all about you. It's transforming your identity, yourself, your appearance, your power, you being seen, your outlook, your image. Pluto being in your 1st house, we know that that the universe is helping you to transform who you are and your name. What do you want to be known as? As an authority figure, or as a Reiki master, or as a parent, or projects that you are starting. What legacy do you want to leave behind? Pluto here in a harmonious aspect with Mars is saying, I have this powerful surge of energy with Mars to go forward with determination to transform. I need to be curious. I need to be versatile, because Pluto in Aquarius is saying, I need to be transformative, and I need to change the way that I think about things with myself, my identity, and the experiences that I'm going through, they shape me. And so this aspect is really empowering you to take this decisive action towards your goals, to go after with intensity, with focus, to have a strategic plan, because it will change and evolve who you are in relationship to partnerships or clients or contracts, or the way that we negotiate them. This is about tapping into inner strength in order to pursue your passions and your desires. This combination of all of these aspects offers this unique blend of intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, and the transformative power with Pluto and the square. Because remember, it's the days leading up to it, and it's the days that are after when it starts to wane. So I'm encouraging you to really embrace these surprises. Allow for this experience to really nurture your inner world, to move you forward by taking these bold steps, to look at what's holding you back and move forward without fear, because this is a time to balance your mind, your heart with your soul and willpower, and to trust in the process of change and growth, because all of this is changing who you are, your home, and your partnership. So Aquarius, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. So for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising, we want to first look at Mercury. Mercury is in Leo in your 6th house of your daily habits. How do you nurture and care for yourself? This is your mind, your body, your spirit. How do you connect with others that can support you on your path of health and well-being? Is this seeking guidance from a counselor? Is it a Reiki practitioner? It's usually alternative health and healing practices. And so this could be acupuncture, a massage, but it's basically nurturing your mind, your body, your spirit, taking into consideration, I need to take bold and expressive actions. And Uranus, the square, is coming from your 3rd house of communication. Maybe you're getting ideas from neighbors and siblings and cousins and people that you talk and share ideas with on a daily basis. The 3rd house is where you connect with others and you communicate with them. You gather ideas and you talk and exchange. So this could be reading something. This could be gossip, email, news. It's taking in the information that you're hearing and then saying, what am I going to do with it? Squares always cause these tension points of pushing you past your comfort zone in order to force you to create change. And so this change could come with, I need to change some habits. I need to think outside the box. Leo is bold, it's expressive in the way that you are communicating and talking and exchanging these ideas, while Uranus is saying, pushing for a change and innovation. Together, the challenge is an opportunity for disruption in the way that you communicate, or maybe a breakthrough with sharing thoughts and ideas with someone. And then you have this aha moment of, this is why I feel like this. I never have heard it put that way. This is a brilliant breakthrough that you're going to need flexibility and openness to new perspectives in order for you to gain the most out of this energy. Now, what is going to support you is the sun at 29 degrees. So 29 is an anaretic degree. It's like ending. It's the sun is you pushing this last bit of effort, and it's trining Neptune. Neptune is in your first house of yourself, your identity, who you are. The first house represents your desires, your interests. I always say that it's your website or your business card. It is who you present yourself to the world, and it's how people see you. It's your demeanor. It's your appearance. And so the sun is saying, these are my dreams. This is what I really feel on the inside. Neptune is stationed retrograde. And so together in the magical sign of Pisces, it's creating this harmonious, dreamy energy of, I need to take a leap of faith. I need to be bold in my actions. The fifth house is where we go to take bold actions, risky behavior. It's childlike. It's where we take a gamble and dive into creative self-expression or creative outlets of, what am I good at? What do I want? What do I need? Pisces is really enhancing your intuition and your creativity. And this trine aspect is really supporting spiritual inner growth that other people may not be able to see. This is artistic endeavors that create these deep emotional connections that you can have in tune to yourself and being able to explore parts of yourself. This is really a perfect time for introspection, meditation, yoga, engaging in activities that really feed your soul. It's a perfect. This is a perfect time for you to tap into your imagination and say, I want to try this. I want to engage in this. I want to explore this area of my life, and I want to create daily habits with feeling good about it, exploring this part of myself. Now, we also have Mars. Mars is in your fourth house of home and family and foundation. Remember that your fourth house is not just about the home that you live in. It's about your house, and it's your town, your city, your community. It is your country. And so it's wanting to connect and build upon safe and secure, and it's your foundation. And this could have to do with your ancestors and the lineage that's been brought in of what has created you and what are you working to overcome? What are you embracing? Mars in Gemini is very curious and diving into like past generations or grandparents and wanting to understand that I need to know where this actually came from. And so did these habits come from early childhood experiences that you've had? Now you have Pluto. It's in a harmonious aspect with Pluto in your 12th house. Pluto is the planet of transformation. So we know that the 12th house is the hidden house. It's where we go to be alone. It's hospitalizations, it's meditation, yoga, it's affliction, but it's also dreams, and it's karma. It's where we go to heal and renew. So we know that there's some kind of a transformation that you are trying to release karma, release habits that have been passed down or that have created you from your ancestors, from your family lineage, the way that you were brought up. Pluto is pushing for you to totally transform yourself and be forward thinking. It's about Aquarius energy, tapping into past lives through past life regression or the Akashic records or your dreams or your intuition, paying attention to your ancestors or paying attention to messages that you receive. It's a connection to hearing a song or finding a feather, finding a coin, and looking at what does that message mean. And Mars is really saying, I need to take decisive action and go after these goals. I need to tap in and heal once and for all some of these physical, emotional, spiritual wounds that nobody sees within you. This energy is pushing for you to harness your inner strength and pursue your passions with desire, to follow your dreams. This is a beautiful time in order for you to connect and have this strategic planning with how do I balance my mind, my heart, my soul, and how do I trust the process of change and growth and release what no longer serves me, get rid of the habits that are holding me back, and push forward with emotional, spiritual, physical growth and well-being. So Pisces, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer full moon and new moon astrology consultations. For private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.